King Jigme Dorji Wangchuck transformed the feudal absolute monarchy of Bhutan into a modern and enlightened one. The Tsogdu National Assembly of Bhutan was founded in 1953. Its powers and functions were clearly defined to serve as an advisory body to the executive branch of the government in addition to its legislative role. Members of the National Assembly started with a total of 130 members, which increased to 150 in 1968. In 1963, the Lode Tsogdi Royal Advisory Council was created. It consisted of 9 members, including 5, which later increased to 6. Mitse Kutsap, representatives of the people elected by the National Assembly, 2 representatives of the Hmong body, and Kalyen, executive minister, appointed by the king to serve as its chairman. In 1968, the Wangchuck Council of Ministers was established as the highest executive body of the government. Its members included His Majesty's representatives in the ministries and members of the Lode Tsogdi besides cabinet minister. In 1968, the judiciary was separated from the executive with the establishment of Thimphu High Court. It was followed by the establishment of district courts headed by Trimpins judges in 1969. First, a development wing headed by a Secretary General was established. Limpos ministers were appointed to head different ministries of the royal government. All the ministries and His Majesty's representatives in the ministries were appointed members of the Wangchuck. In 1969, the district officers were placed under the newly created Home Ministry, and the title of the head of the district administration was changed from Zongpin to Zongda, district administrator. Their powers were transferred to the new post of Trimpins. By the year 1965, the Royal Bhutan Army headquarters at Nuntenphu near Thimphu and the Royal Bodyguard were established. In 1965, the Royal Bhutan Police was established by Royal Command at Jigme, the first police academy at Gyalpo. The National Museum was founded in the Tazong in Paro, and the Simtoka Rigne School was established in 1961. Numerous schools were established to promote traditional painting, dancing, singing, and sculpture. Development of written Dzongkha became one of the main elements that helped unify the population of the different valleys through a common language. Besides financial assistance, the government of India committed large numbers of Indian administrative and technical personnel to help implement Bhutan's plan. Thousands of Indian skilled workers as well as laborers came to Bhutan for work, and hundreds of Indian school teachers became part of a Bhutanese landscape. It was launched in 1961 with an approved outlay of Niltrom 107 million, financed entirely by Indian government. The major objective was to end isolation by building road links to India. With an increased outlay of Niltrom 202 million, the second 5-year plan basically continued as same as the first 5-year plan. Agriculture, education, and health system was drastically improved than before. In 1968, the Bank of Bhutan was established, indicating that the country had moved In 1970, a Bhutanese delegation led by His Royal Highness Prince Namgyal Wangchuck attended the United Nations General Assembly as an observer, and on September 21st of 1971, the United Nations Security Council approved the candidature of Bhutan for membership in the world body. In December 1971, Bhutan stood out as the second country after India to recognize the newly independent state of Bangladesh. On July 21st of 1972, exactly 10 months after admission of Bhutan to the United Nations body, His Majesty passed away in Kenya at the age of 44.